Alrighty, hello guys, welcome back to another video. This time we have Senator Joe Manchin up against Liz Cheney. Now this is it's probably near impossible that both parties nominate someone like Joe Manchin and Liz Cheney. I mean, yeah, it's pretty much impossible. So it's like a what if both parties were electing more of the more moderate candidates on each side. But Liz Cheney, I mean, she kind of voted with Trump a lot of the times. She just disagreed with them personally. But let's start off with these first few states. So honestly, Liz Cheney just probably has a very little of a chance at actually beating Joe Manchin because I think Democrats are more in line voting for a moderate of their party, while the Republicans with Liz Cheney, I mean, she may agree with them on the issues, but they just dislike her personally for her opposition towards Trump, her impeachment vote of him. They kind of just view her as a traitor. So a lot of Trump voters wouldn't even turn out. We would only see traditional Republicans really vote for Liz Cheney, but still, she would do well in the Plains states. She would still win them. In Nebraska, I think she would get Nebraska's first, honestly. I think most Republicans there would still vote for her. The thing that'll hurt her the most is in the Rust Belt. I think she'll definitely struggle there. But let's start off with the likely Republican states. Missouri would be one of them. I think Joe Manchin would get. You saw like how well Trump did in Missouri compared from 2012 to 2016. It could be just Republican trends, but I do think a lot of Trump voters just not turning out. Plus, with Manchin being such a moderate, he would get Missouri somewhat competitive. Same with Indiana, same with South Carolina, and definitely Montana, and definitely Alaska as well. He would get all those states to be in the likely column. Now, the safe blue column, I'd see Maine at large, definitely safe blue. Same with Maine second. They love moderate Democrats. Minnesota, just safe blue. Colorado, New Mexico, just safe blue. Virginia, he's from neighboring West Virginia. He'd do extremely well in Virginia against most Republicans. In New Hampshire, I still think some Republicans would keep it contested, but it'll be a likely Dem win. Same with Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin, because guess what? All those populist Trump voters, they're not going to vote for Liz Cheney. In fact, some might just even vote for Joe Manchin out of spite, but because Manchin's probably a bit more populist than Liz Cheney on the issues. But I just think most Trump voters just wouldn't turn out for Liz Cheney, and she would go back to 2012, like Romney turnout, which would result in all these states going likely blue. Nebraska second would be likely blue. She would keep it in contention. She's seen as a more moderate figure in the party. In Texas and Florida, I still think she would win these states. I still think she would get enough Republicans to turn out for her, but they'll be closer than usual. Not sure about Texas, though. I think Texas, with Liz Cheney and Trump, will probably do about the same either way. But Arizona and Nevada, these states she wouldn't do terrible in, but she'll still lose them by lean Democratic margins. Georgia and North Carolina, I could see them being a bit closer because, again, they still voted for Brian Kemp, even though Trump was pretty against him in the primary. So I'm going to put this as a lean D state. I still think the most Democrats would vote for Manchin, even if there's a drop-off in urban support for Joe Manchin. I still think he would get really good margin in the suburbs, plus with the drop-off in Trump voters, they'll definitely help him. North Carolina will put as tilt blue. And these three states, Ohio and Iowa. With the drop-off in populist Trump voters, we're going to see it revert back to 2012, like Romney margins, where he loses both Iowa and Ohio. Plus, Manchin's rural appeal is actually quite strong, so I think he would do well in both these states. In the state of West Virginia, honestly, I think even Liz Cheney would lose this state. I think he would have very good home state advantage, and he would definitely win it. He's the favorite son of West Virginia here. The only way, the only candidate that was able to probably beat Manchin in the Senate race was Jim Justice. He was able to beat him probably by around a safe margin, I would say. But even then, you could see Manchin, if it's anyone besides Jim Justice, he could have a chance at winning West Virginia. So I really think he could definitely flip it against Liz Cheney in a presidential election. Even with all the polarization there, Liz Cheney would lose all those Trump voters, and some might even vote for Manchin in the state of West Virginia just because they like him more. But this would be the map. It would probably result in a 50-50 Democratic Senate because you are losing West Virginia and Jim Justice would take that seat. But Democrats would be able to hold on in Ohio and Montana with these margins. So Democrats likely get a trifecta with this map because Liz Cheney is quite a weak candidate, and a lot of Republicans wouldn't be enthusiastic to voting her. So I'll see you guys in the next video.